Build a $5,000 GPU rig for AI, the complete shopping list for 2026. If you want to run large AI models locally, Llama 70B, Stable Diffusion XL, video generation, or fine tuning, you need VRAM. Lots of it. A single consumer GPU tops out at 24 gigabytes, but a 4 GPU rig gives you 96 gigabytes of combined VRAM for a fraction of cloud GPU costs. Here's the math. Renting 4 A100s on the cloud costs roughly $8 to $12 per hour. At just 4 hours a day, that's $900 to $1,400 per month. Your $5,000 rig pays for itself in under 4 months. After that, it's free compute forever. The build philosophy is simple. Start with 4 GPUs, expand to 8 without replacing a single part. Every component, the frame, motherboard, power supply, is chosen with headroom. When you're ready to scale, you just buy more GPUs and plug them in. Let's walk through the complete shopping list. The heart of this build, 4 NVIDIA RTX 3090s. Each one packs 24 gigabytes of GDDR6X memory with 936 gigabytes per second of bandwidth. At around $750 each on the used market, the 3090 delivers the best VRAM per dollar of any GPU available. 4 of them give you 96 gigabytes, enough to run Llama 370B, Mixtral 8x7B, or multiple Stable Diffusion instances simultaneously. That's $3,000 for the GPUs. For the motherboard, we've upgraded to the ASRock H510 Pro BTC Plus. This is a significant improvement over older DDR3 boards. It uses the Intel H510 chipset with an LGA 1200 socket, supports DDR4 memory, and has 6 PCIe slots. Plenty of room for 4 GPUs now, with expansion room for later. At $160, it's a modern, well-supported platform. Paired with an Intel Celeron G595 CPU for just $45, you don't need a powerful processor because the CPU just feeds data to the GPUs. For RAM, 16 gigabytes of crucial DDR4 at 3200 MHz for only $32. DDR4 is a major upgrade. Faster data transfer speeds means smoother model loading and data pre-processing. The heavy lifting happens in GPU VRAM, but adequate system RAM prevents bottlenecks. The frame is a VEDA V3D 8 GPU open-air frame for $140. Open-air frames solve the thermal problem. 8 GPUs in a closed case with thermal throttle instantly. The VEDA is the gold standard, aluminum construction, stackable design, room for 8 full-length triple-fan GPUs with proper spacing. For power, we're using dual HP 1200-watt server PSUs at just $35 each. Server grade, 94% efficient, designed for 24/7 data center operation. 2 breakout boards at $22 each convert the server PSU's proprietary connectors into standard 6-pin PCIe power outputs, way cheaper and more reliable than a single $300 ATX power supply. Rounded out with USB PCIe risers, a 6-pack for $30, a Kingston 480 gig SSD for $30 as the boot drive, power cables, cooling fans, zip ties, and thermal paste. All the small stuff comes to about $100. The total for the 4 GPU build, approximately $3,620. That leaves nearly $1,400 of headroom from a $5,000 budget, enough for a 5th GPU, a UPS for power protection, or savings for later expansion. Assembly is straightforward. Build the aluminum frame first, about 20 minutes. Install the ASRock motherboard, CPU, and RAM. Attach the breakout boards and server PSUs. Install PCIe risers into the motherboard slots. Mount the GPUs. Connect power cables, 2 8-pin connectors per GPU, and boot up. One important safety note, 4 RTX 3090s can draw up to 1400 watts under full load. Use a dedicated 20-amp circuit. A standard 15-amp household circuit doesn't leave enough headroom. For software, install Ubuntu Server 22.04, then NVIDIA drivers and CUDA. After that, choose your inference engine. Ollama is the easiest. One command downloads and runs models. VLLM is the fastest for serving models as an API, compatible with the OpenAI format. And Llama.cpp is T, OpenAI format. And Llama.cpp is the most efficient for running quantized models. What can you actually run on 96 gigabytes of VRAM? Llama 3.8b fits on a single GPU. Llama 370B quantized runs across 2 GPUs. Mixtral 8x7B spreads across all 4. Stable Diffusion XL, run 4 instances simultaneously. DeepSeek V2 quantized fits on 3 GPUs. Even Gemma 327B runs on just one card. The expansion path is the beauty of this build. Go from 4 GPUs with 96 gigs to 6 GPUs with 144 gigs for an extra 1500. Or max it out, 8 GPUs with 192 gigabytes of VRAM for 3000 more. That's enough to run Llama 3 405B quantized. To add GPUs, you literally slide them into empty frame slots, connect power and risers, reboot, and NVIDIA SMI sees them automatically. Pro tip from the community: power limit your 3090s to 300 watts from the default 350. You lose less than 5% performance, but save 200 watts across 4 cards. That's over $100 a year in electricity. For the full article with clickable Amazon buy links for every component, visit thinksmart.life/research. The complete shopping list, assembly guide, software setup walkthrough, and community tips are all there. Build your own AI powerhouse and stop paying cloud GPU bills forever.